Hi, this is Steve Vanderbilt, RegimeChange.org. Today I kind of feel like Andy Rooney. You know, the old guy over at 60 Minutes is always kind of, I don't know, maybe whining about things or asking all those questions. I don't know, but that guy. You know, doing my day job and doing what we're doing here, I have to read a lot. And a lot of what I read upsets me. Some of what I read, quite frankly, annoys me. And some things I just read are blatantly stupid. But right now I find myself reading an article on Fox News, and I read stuff from the right and from the left and from all over the world. So don't point your fingers, I just read it all. Anyway, an article on Fox News is Obama procedural spat over health care or health bill vote doesn't worry me. I find it really interesting that the politicians can turn around and basically state the Constitution is not really worth talking about, that procedural issues put in place by our founding fathers to hold people accountable isn't important. It seems like it's very trivial to bend the rules or break the laws. Wouldn't it be interesting if every one of us in America decided that it was really not really important for us to bend the rules or break the laws? I know there's certain days that I feel a lot better if that I acted that way. I'm pretty sure you would too. But this issue on health care, not only is it a financial fiasco, it's probably the worst piece of legislation that's ever been written. The problem here is that politicians know it's so toxic they really don't want to have any accountability on it. And that should concern us all. We've really kind of stayed away from the healthcare debate on many reasons because it really hasn't flushed out to be anything that we can see on the radar screen other than what it is. We believe it's unconstitutional because you're forcing people to enter into a contract and you're also forcing people to pay fines if they don't subscribe to it. Not something that's constitutional. But in looking at using the self-executing rule to push the Senate bill forward in order to fix the problems with it by holding our arms like the distance from it, they're pretty much saying some pretty solid things here. We know it's messed up, but we're still trying to ramrod it down somebody's throat. Now, I found out one thing in this article from Fox News that Mr. Obama is saying here, and he said it again. Long before it comes to my desk, it'll be posted on a website so everybody can read it, and the process will be open. TARP? Yeah, no, that wasn't open. How many things can you say that the Senate or the Congress has been doing lately that has been open? I read every day. I read 12 hours a day. I can't think of any. Even the budget for the Department of Defense, which is usually relatively open, wasn't at all. It's very disheartening that the mainstream media is raising questions over issues without really holding anybody accountable. The left-right paradigm is in full swing here. Mr. Obama even states it was ugly when the Republicans were in office or in charge, and it's ugly when we're in charge. Well, the reason it's ugly when both of you are in charge is because you're two sides of the same coin. You're politicians and not citizens. See, I'm wearing a t-shirt tonight that says potential terrorist. Okay, see? And that's one thing this administration has called us, vets. We're potential terrorists. If you believe in Ron Paul, or not believe in him, but believe some of the things he says, or agree with him, you're a potential terrorist. And you look at the MIAC report, even the founding fathers were potential terrorists. And I understand the academic argument there that, yeah, they actually were. But no, they weren't. Because they didn't do suicide bombs. They didn't do these other things. They didn't espouse mass murder. The word terror is being used way too much these days, in my general opinion. And I'm rambling a bit, just like Andy Rooney. So I'll wrap it up here. If we the people tolerate our politicians bending the rules and we allow them to get away with it, it's our fault what we get, not theirs. But in my opinion, and I'm not an attorney, but maybe a few of you who are attorneys should look into this self-executing rule would be illegal, should be fraudulent, because it breaches their fiduciary responsibility to be held accountable to the people who elected them. I'm talking about people in office. So any of you constitutional attorneys out there, or any muckraking attorneys out there, swing the bat at that one. Because we the people elect our officials to represent us. And if they choose not to vote on a piece of legislation and still make it law, that's not representation, that's misrepresentation. And under the law, misrepresentation is fraud. Different way to look at it, but I think you'll find it's true. But anyway, for tonight, that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm Steve Vanderbilt for RegimeChange.org. Thank you.